Okay, where are we at? Just a quick one today. Wow, look at that. I'm gonna move that. That looks horrible. Some colors don't play well when you go with green screen things. The green screen effect. Okay, we got a quick, simple one today. Say you have a computer, which actually I don't know which one is that. Oh, it is set to the cam link. Okay. I think this is why I never used the Hero 4, is because it always presents this awesome black screen. It would never, it's like it couldn't figure out how to wake up the cam link. But the Hero 3 reliably did. There we go. Okay. So it is going to live for the time being. Right back here. Let's go here. Okay. Say you got your old computer that doesn't work, but you want to set up your new one kind of the way you had it, and you don't have your files in the cloud. You don't have them. We'll go there actually. You don't have your files in the cloud, and you don't have them already backed up, but you get a new computer. The old one died, but you suspect the hard drive's good, or you know the hard drive's good. Just say it's not charging, whatever. For whatever reason, you're not using the old one, you went to a new one. A simple way to transfer your data, and usually I like doing it on the computer that it came from, but you don't have to do it that way. You can take and I'm going to take this time and say, sorry if you hear a vacuum cleaner, the neighbor is vacuuming. You can take something that would be important for you to get, would be a way to interface this hard drive with your new computer, or a computer if you're still waiting on your new one. What's up, man?
Just living the dream.
Yeah, right? Basically, you're going to need a SATA to USB interface, and you can get SATA to USB 2, SATA to USB 3, or you can get like a dock type system where the toaster, that's what we use over on the Acer, the All-in-Wonder computer over there. So let's flip over to, and I'm going to pull YouTube down for this one to get it out of our way. Maybe I don't. I suppose I can just plug in and let it go. And this is probably the worst computer to do a backup on. Actually, you know what? Here, I'm not going to do this computer just because it has the people's name actually as their user profile. So we'll do, guess whose? Mine. We can't be slammed about that. Alright, we got to pull a screw out. I think I have a whole lot of data on this computer, so hopefully this is a quick and painless process. See, I think about these things as I go to do them. It's like, I never like throwing names out there and letting people's stuff get out there. But I can only hash over some stuff so many times. Oh, give me one moment, people. I'm going to go ahead and mute this out for the time being. All right. You brought this ugly rug over here for Frank?
Yeah, he was sleeping.
Okay. All right, we're back. So, yeah, I only thrown other people's names out there, and I just thought of it from working on the computer about the username profile. So we're going to go ahead and use my drive. So once you got your hard drive or solid state drive, and if you start getting into the M.2 SSDs, it helps to know what your computer has in it. I can say that because you're going to start needing other adapters. Possibly something like this, which is USB 3 to M.2, and then we've got specific ones for different years MacBooks. But in this case, we're just talking your standard SATA interface to USB 3 cable is how we're going to do it with the hard drive in question, which is going to be mine. So let's go ahead over here. We'll flip to the LCD. We'll see YouTube come up, and then we're going to plug in the hard drive. Let me find a program quick, which hopefully I have it here. Where is it? Okay, the mic did come back on. I thought for a second that it didn't. Alright, well, where is the program? Do I have it on the desktop? The program in question, let me pull the LCD back up. It's going to be Fab's Auto Backup, and there's a Pro and a Home and Office version. I do believe they do different stuff, seeing how one of them is, well, 50 euros and 10 euros. That's what, like $56 and some change, and like 11, 12 bucks in US dollars. Another way you can go ahead and do this, which,
hey, man.
although effective, isn't going to set your computer up like it was last time. I mean, you can go through and pull your wallpaper pictures over and set that up. I kind of like the auto feature of Windows 10 of when you log in, you get that usually a different screen every day. But that's, again, personal preference. I didn't mean to steal my OBS. Let's get a new window open here. So you could...
I got it working to a certain extent, but
literally
that one has a broken tab on it, and the broken tab that's on there.
You could essentially... No, you're fine there, man. Just don't shout.
The actual
you could essentially...
on top of it doesn't work anymore, so, you know, kind of
Where's... Okay, OSL. We're looking at it. User. Here's my user folder. Nick. Don't have access. Just hit continue. And once you get in there, you can take and drag over. Once that loads, let's go to our other location.
Okay. Yeah, now, to be honest with you, that's going to do everything she needs. She wouldn't...
You could take and go into each folder, whether it be, if you have contacts set up in Windows, which I usually don't, you can go to your desktop and get all that stuff. You could go to your documents and get any of your documents out.
Yep, no problem.
Downloads, pull all your downloads over into a folder. You're going to miss out on things like, well, if your old computer is useless and you're not going to fix it or let anybody fix it, you're getting rid of a Windows license there, which, are they transferable or not? I'd like to think they are. If you bought the computer, you bought the license. Unless it's Apple, then technically you're running the software off them. Don't understand how that works. And so on. You can keep dragging them over, or, like I said, go with this program here, and it works real good. Now, would this be recommended for, you know, buying the Pro version for like $56 US? No, probably not. Not if it's going to be like a one-time use thing. But the $10, designed for individuals, this is the version, is perfect for simple backup tasks at home and office. Anyhow, let's go ahead. We're going to run an older version of this and go for essentially the same thing. And close that. Close. I thought I had it open. Let's find it real quick. Where is it? Go in. Okay. Run as admin. Yes. And this is going to open up. And you can also restore the data. That's the second part. For right now, we're just going to cover the backup, so we want backup selected. You're going to select your source hard drive. We can see here in the side pane that my OS from my SSD from my laptop is L, so we're going to select that. After you select that, you'll get a check mark here. If there is no check mark, then you're going to have to select the Windows directory that you want, and basically what they're asking you is on the hard drive, the in question that you want to back up, point it to this Windows directory, and that's what you would do. So in case it doesn't happen, let's go ahead and browse to it here. So we got OS, L, Windows. Let's hit OK. Use the directory manually. And this might... Hold on a second now. Which one was it? L or I? Nope, not I. Ah, okay, so no, I did not want to load it manually. Click no on that, sorry. it will load your Windows directory there when you select it, and then click no on the next one. There's your user profile. You want to select that. A place that you want to back it up to, which we're going to do 723 gigabytes free. We'll do Benson, or old server, or Butler, or old Butler computer. Make a new folder. Do this so I don't confuse it with any of my other backups. So we want that folder, and then we want to back it up in a subfolder with the date. Why the date? That date's gonna let us know at what point in time we backed it up. So if you have multiple backups, you know which one's the most recent, which one's the older one, or if there's a file you need from a certain time, and you have an idea what time that was, there you go. So we'll hit next. There's some stuff you want to look at here. You could just go check all or uncheck all, depending if you don't want the stuff. But if you're doing a backup, usually you want it. You can go down through stuff that it doesn't find. For instance, on this computer, we don't have Mozilla Firefox installed. We do have Opera installed, but I haven't really used it and set up a profile. Chrome is installed and there is a profile there. I do have some favorites in that setup. So let's continue scrolling down through. I don't use Outlook. Newer versions of this program, I think the newest one may support Windows Mail if you use the little envelope here. Thunderbird, IncrediMail. So IncrediMail is an older program that they have recently been updating, I guess. Some people still use it. If you have screensaver set, where did I see that? Screensaver settings, any network drive connections, network places. Usually uncheck this because it's not going to back it up if it's not there. And do they even have sidebar gadgets in Windows 10? I thought that was a 7 thing. It's going to grab my downloads folder. And that's it for that page. So let's go with next. On the next page, you'll get another list of stuff that you can go ahead and look through, scroll down through, and if you want it to grab your product key from your previous install, like the hard drive that you're backing up, leave that checked if you don't need it, because you could get in a new computer, or if you're getting a computer that you need a Windows product key for, there's a way you can move it over. Now, you still have to register it. That's a whole different video. You got that, and that is reliant on another program. This program here needs to be in the same folder as Auto Backup, but in its own program folder. Let's go down here. We're going to go ahead and hit next and see how much. Alright, we have a list of stuff that it's going to do, and you can check here on the Common tab or on the Launch tab if Product Keys is there. If you do need them and it's there, you're good to go. We'll go ahead and hit Launch. It's going to get a list of files that it needs to copy over and everything. So it's kind of doing the drag and dropping for you to a folder. And less tedious, more automated. It does cost money, but like what, $10, $12 USD, it's what, 10 euros, so 11, 12, maybe $13 at most United States dollars. I don't think that's too much to ask for, and you'll have it for future reference, or if somebody in the family needs to back up data from a drive, or a friend. Now, if you're going to buy a license, don't buy a $10 license and use it in a corporation where you're doing thousands of computers. No, they have an option for that. End of the day, so we're tearing down here. Let's flip back over. We're going to watch our results so you can see it's backing up there. I don't know if we're going to have time to let it run through all 13 and some gigs, but we are on USB 3, so it might just might get through it quick enough. if anything goes wrong, it will go ahead and tell you. You will see right here, warnings and errors as they start happening, or it can't access those files that it's trying to get. It will, the number will start going up. It has a little horn that beeps, I believe, and you can, there's an option to disable that in some versions if you don't want it notifying you when it's done. It's kind of handy if you're multitasking. Another good thing, after you run this program, okay, it would be nice to think that you buy a program to do something and it works. And just never no problems, never no errors. And in most cases, that is what happens. But what is good practice to, after you're done grabbing your data, good practice is to, let's open up 2 of these. And push that to the back, bring this one front. Good practice would be to go, here we'll look at my thumbnails folder, would be to go and do a one-to-one verification of important data, okay? You check the source media, your source hard drive will say the source is left, and your destination, where you want the stuff backed up, is over here on the right. So we got our source, and then our destination. You can do a one-to-one verification. If pictures are the most important thing, go in and verify that it actually got them all. Wipe out that old hard drive and sell the computer, or just wipe it out and shoot it. Whatever you do, however you choose to get rid of it, or if the computer's broken. You know, there's 1,000 different cases. We can't list them all here. What we can do is just do the one-to-one verification if there's data that you want to get that is important. All right, wrapping it up. We went through that 13 gigs in not long at all. And I think this is also a perfect example of, if you have an old computer that only has USB 2 and you have lots of time, you're never going to copy anything too quick on it, but it'll copy at USB 2 speeds. But if you don't like sitting and waiting when you're copying, get a new computer. If you have a desktop, upgrade, get a PCI Express 1X USB 3.0 card, or add USB 3 into your desktop if you have it. Get a laptop that has a USB 3.0 or USB Type C port. Basically, it is becoming more and more popular with Android, and it's not going to focus 100%. So it's reversible, just like a Lightning connector for an iPhone, but that will plug into newer Android phones. Pixel phones, I believe, have it. The Nexus 5X, Nexus 6P. So let's take a look back here quick. We are at our last gig. 13 gigs over USB 2 would take substantially longer. No way would we be able to finish it in this stream today. And it looks like this one is going to go through without a hitch. Not only that, this kind of needed done, as anybody that catches the show on Sunday knows that this has been a thorn in our sides and causing us trouble. So it's going to get a reload, and I'm going to see if that fixes it. If not, we need to further diagnose it from there. Again, it's mine, so I'll do that in my time. Oh, what am I doing? We need this out. We're going to get this. This is last task for the day. We're going to start it up and it'll be done today. But, oh, here we go. If you heard a sound, I didn't hear it when it kicked off. Back to the warnings and errors thing, you can see I have 0 and 0. If you do get a number here, how many warnings, how many errors, you can scroll up through and see out of the list of everything that it had just backed up, this program has just backed up. it will have an exclamation point beside it. You will know what file in question it was. So maybe you manually need to go and get it, or do a check disk on the hard drive and repair it, and then you can get the file. So there's an easy way to back it up. Again, $10 isn't a lot to ask for the home and office version for individuals. This computer repair shop's good version. And if you're a corporation with thousands of computers, I don't know if they'll let you use this. They may have a different price. Compare versions. You can see what they each do. We have this version here. I own, or no. We have 6 Pro. I have a copy of this. And then this is what we currently ran through here. It's an older version, however they're not sold anymore. Your option is between 7 and 7 Pro. You do get a lot of features. The 7 Pro basically handles several user profiles at once. You can back up from another attached hard drive, restore multiple users, backups at once. Oh wait, yeah, that's all Pro. Home, you're not getting any of this. So it's you got a little more work to do, but it's for individuals, as it said. So if you think you need to do some of the stuff that 7 Home and Office doesn't, shell out some more dollars and get the Pro version. Anyhow, it's time to go do the day job. We're going to take some dinner to people. Everyone have a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. What's tomorrow, Dave? Friday? All right. We will see everybody tomorrow with hopefully something new, something fresh. I've got a radio here. We're going to look into that. The DVD player was uneventful. You saw me move it. It had the stuff on the screen. Yeah, horrible. So much time. A labor-intensive job to repair it. It would cost so much more to repair it than to just go buy a new one. And that is our recommendation, unless a sentimental reason, like he had to have it, it was his sons or daughters or whoever, they're no longer here and they want it. That's the only reason I could see fixing that is for sentimental reasons. Again, it's more expensive to fix it than buy a new one, so that's our recommended path. See you tomorrow, people.